Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Azor Ahype today, back here after my disappearance. Sorry about that, everyone. I was dealing with a pretty nasty throat cold. I still got a little bit of a cough, but you won't be seeing it too much here on stream. I hope you're all having a fantastic Wednesday. I'm really happy to be back. I really missed you guys and missed making videos. So really excited to be here today and kind of just catch up with everyone. So today, we're going to talk about a few different things, have some tea, and talk about Game of Thrones Season 8. But yeah, no, there's some pretty good news. Con of Thrones tickets just went on sale. We'll kind of talk about that as well. Michael Hughesman, who played Dario, has a pretty interesting interview and talking about how he might be involved in Game of Thrones Season 8 and just some other things in general that we're going to talk about today. So still fighting the cold a little bit, but it's mostly gone. Let's see who we have in the chat today. We have Art Girl, Mom Ogre, Red Walrus. We have Lady Laura Dane, Michael Smith, J.R. Rowley, Catherine Bassett, Sophie Griffin, and when we had Ertach Altanaz, who just released his latest piece, absolutely amazing, basically on his Game of Thrones Season 8 prediction series. He did all those last year's Valar Morghulis. He's been doing his Valar Morghulis series for a while, but this one is a little bit different, and he's got his awesome hound with a flaming sword facing off against the Night King Viserion with Arya right under the Night King. Really amazing piece. Me, Ice and Fire, Mackenzie Burns, Wesley, and I'm sure we got Tubbs, Letitia, and I'm sure we're gonna have more people here. I probably missed some people in the chat. Oh, there's Helen. I probably missed a few people in chat, but I'll definitely be doing some shout outs after. So cheers to all of you. Definitely feeling a lot better. I'm not 100%, but I'm definitely feeling up to making some videos. So where should we start? Do we want to start with the Con of Thrones stuff? The Con of Thrones tickets went on, so we can start with Con of Thrones news. We can do the Michael Hughesman interview, who weighs on the Game of Thrones finale, teases Dario's return. We can talk about that. We can talk about Peter Dinklage's most recent interview, or we can just kind of talk about some of the stuff that we're going to be doing on the channel. So I'll let everyone decide in chat. We'll have a fair vote, and then we'll kind of just go from there. Yeah, still a little bit under the weather. I'm about like 70%. That's why I've been pounding this tea and vitamin C and yeah, no putting crap in my body right now. Like a family reunion in here. Yeah, I'm still a little bit tired, like my energy level, like I still have some congestion. I definitely don't feel like I have the energy that I normally would be able to. So I won't be as like super energetic as I usually am, but I guess we can start off with Con of Thrones. Oh, I did the little pinky there. Do you guys see that? My cup of tea. So we'll start off with this. Let's go to Watchers on the Wall, and let's do this. Let's screen share this. You guys don't want to see this face for the whole stream, even though my hair is looking fantastic today. Let's go here. All right. So Con of Thrones tickets are officially on sale. This post was written by Sue the Fury. And in case any of you don't know, Sue is a big reason why Con of Thrones happens. Her and Mischief Management and other people from Watchers on the Wall. And there's countless people who make it work. But Sue is a really big part of that. So thank you, Sue, for all your hard work for Con of Thrones, of course. And get your cosplay ready, it says in your panel ideas lineup, because tickets for Con of Thrones 2019 are on sale. This will be the third year for the premiere convention for fans of Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire, and the epic worlds of George R.R. Martin. Con of Thrones is returning to Nashville. So Con of Thrones 2017 was in Nashville. It was amazing that year. with the Music City Center playing host to the con from July 12, 14 to 2019. Tickets are available here to register, so we're going to click on this. We'll go check that link out in a moment. Single day passes for $50. A full weekend pass for $149, which gets you included official convention guidebook, all access to general programming in the marketplace, and more. And then the Valerian Pass, limited number available, which includes exclusive amount of perks, tote bag, small council Q&A with special guests, advanced marketplace access, and expedited site check-in. So definitely some extras there if you're getting the Valerian Pass. I know there's a special panel they do every year for that. So make sure if you do want to get to the actors, there's an actors only panel for Valerian Pass hold members. Definitely want to check that out if you're into that. Full details can be found on conofthrones.net. And if you do have a panel idea, like last year, me and Gemma, we worked together with a couple of other people. Phil the Issues guy and George and me and Gemma. But me and Gemma submitted a bunch of different panel ideas, and we got accepted. So, we were on a panel with Lucifer Means Lightbringer, and me and Gemma had our own panel, just me and her, talking about Ragnarok and Westeros. And then we had a panel with Phil the Issues guy and Zach Con Snow. And here's just a few pictures. So Joe Dempsey's still rowing. He's getting interviewed there. There's a Shea, a good friend of ours, of course, from History of Westeros, taking a selfie. There's Steve Love and Oz and Ron Hubbard. There's Miltos doing water dancing training, and there's our friend. There's our friend back there as well. Look at all the amazing cosplays we have in the crowd here. Just an amazing overall time Con of Thrones is. So yeah, I highly recommend. I highly recommend going to Con of Thrones, everyone. I went 2 years. My first year I went, I got to meet George, not George R. R. Martin, but my friend George, obviously. And the channel was at like 5,000 subscribers when we were there. And of course, we had a great season, and our channel grew up to 15 or 17,000 subscribers, and now we're at 20. But Con of Thrones is definitely super helpful in connecting with amazing people. Like, I never would have met JR if I never would have went to Dallas Con of Thrones. Gemma came last year to Con of Thrones. It's just a super fun con. The speed of the con is amazing. There's really fun parties. It's really like Dragon Con. I would compare Dragon Con to kind of it's like a giant nerd party. There's like Doctor Who and Star Wars, and there's Game of Thrones, and there's Marvel and DC and Harry Potter and anime, and also some video game cosplays going on, and different panels and whatnot. But Con of Thrones is more like a family get together. It's really cool. It's all focused on A Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones, and really definitely recommend hitting that up. So we got some more people in the chat. We got Mel Winterfell, Sasek. We have Steve French. What's going on? Living My Rhapsody, Sean Aspinall, Jormungand, Talamascadan. We have Oracle of Raylor, Rogue Pixie, Daisy Kowalczykowski, Runs with Squirrels, Kate M, Rick Hoppy. I'm going to stay with Rick in LA, everyone. Really excited about that. Bernie the Burnt, Tyler Shadow Fox, who was also here earlier, Mayor Jeet Skywalker, Fake Audia, Indie Geek. Also as well. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm still dealing with the cold a little bit, but let's screen cap where you can find all the Con of Thrones tickets. Let's go there, and let's go through this process on how to find them. So Con of Thrones, I believe it's showclicks.com, and this is where you go check out where you can go buy the passes. Of course, there's day passes. If you can only go for a day or two and you have to work or something like that, you can absolutely just go for a day. Arya's list shirt. There's going to be all sorts of different vendors there. Of course, we had a booth for shirts, and we shared that with Blaze Mangat and James from Dust on the Throne. Amazing content creator, really nice guy. But this is where you can go check it out. It says all the ticket information here. Frequently asked questions. it says it may not be suitable for people under the age of 70, but there was kids there. There was parents with their kids. Like there was like a little mini Daenerys Targaryen all dressed up, which was sweet. When do I need to check in? Are there ID requirements? There's all that stuff there. And you can actually volunteer at Con of Thrones as well if you want to volunteer and you know for sure that you're going to be there. Volunteers at conofthrones.net. You can find that there as well. But show clicks, but you can find the link at conofthrones.net. And also Watchers on the Wall also has the link as well. So that's where you can find your get up for Con of Thrones, and you can and sign up there. Yeah, hey, Indeep Geek, what's going on, my friend? Nice to see you. Indeep Geek actually will be coming to Con of Thrones this year. Really excited about that. He's going to be staying with me and Gemma. Really excited about that. JR be there as well. Got some really cool stuff going on. Really, really excited about that. And like I said, apologies, everyone. I actually didn't have sniffles earlier. I just started to have sniffles like right before the stream. So, but let's talk about some of the reasons why you should go to Con of Thrones. Well, for one, I think the number one reason is interacting with people that are like-minded like you, for sure. You definitely want to meet people from the fandom. Like for me, it was a great opportunity to meet the people that have been supporting me in the channel and have done so much for me. That was really huge, obviously, and making new friends and stuff like that. And of course, I know why I'm having an allergy. They let their kitten inside, and now I'm having allergies. My apologies, everyone. Holy crap, it just hit me. Give me a sec here. But the main reason why you should be attending Con of Thrones is obviously to meet up with people like, Geek Chat. There's been a bunch of people chatting that have been, hanging out in Geek Chat and discussing, similar like-minded things and passions, like, Lord of the Rings and Marvel and obviously A Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones. And that's part of the reason why you should go. I met lifelong friends at Con of Thrones that I'll have for the rest of my life. People that I've never met. I got to meet Aziz and Shea. I got to hang out with them, and I've stayed with Aziz and Shea like 4 or 5 different times in Atlanta now, and that's been really awesome. I got to meet JR last year, like I said, Gemma. I got to meet George the first year. I got to interview. For me as a content creator, I got to interview some of the actors from the show and hang out with some of them, which was really cool. And I think there's just so many cool events, and the cool thing is like going to panels is super fun. Going to panels, they're super interactive. Like some are more informative, but some are like super interactive. You can just go in there and like we had a panel where we talked for about like 20 minutes. We gave our top 5 duos. We each gave a duo that we really enjoyed, and then we let the crowd interact. Amy Collins Russell was there, and many other people. She's not here in the chat right now, I don't think, but yeah, I think that's the biggest reason why is being part of that big Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire family, feeling that energy, interacting with the other people, being there for a whole weekend, kind of like having your own vacation, and just making it all about Game of Thrones and A Song of Ice and Fire. It's really badass. And we got some really cool stuff planned this year. Upcoming Con of Thrones 2019, we're going to be doing some live streams and some live podcasting and stuff like that. I don't really want to spoil too much because I want to get you more excited as we get closer to the con. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some special coverage for you. I'll be doing the same type of coverage. I'll be applying for press passes. Hopefully, I will get them again. That would be really awesome. If I do, then I'll definitely be sharing the interviews and all this stuff like that. That's the one thing that I really, really love to do is, people that can't go share that kind of thing with everyone. And yeah, Shadow Fox, get a hot whiskey that will fix you right up. Yeah, I don't know about that right now. I don't have any whiskey laying around. I'd probably have to go jump out and get some, but that does sound kind of good, actually. Wow. Helen's being rude again in chat per usual on her crush, Robert in Deep Geek. Hot toddies. AU Pack Mule. Unfortunately, he didn't get to come out this year. That was one thing that I was a little bit disappointed about. AU didn't get to make it out. He wasn't feeling as fabulous as he always looks. But yeah, no, that's one of the main reasons. And then obviously the content, that's another reason to go for sure. Get to see some of your favorite content creators. There's also some amazing YouTubers that go. Of course, Watchers on the Wall, people that write your favorite articles from Watchers on the Wall. winteriscoming.net people are there. All sorts of other media outlets. The marketplace is amazing. You can go find all sorts of cool Game of Thrones gear you normally wouldn't find. You can find like drinking horns and all sorts of amazing T-shirts. There's also some amazing art. Amazing art. Artist Alley's great. There's loot crates. There's all sorts of really, really cool stuff. And then you can get photos with the actors and actresses. That's the thing as well. Obviously, serials. Water dancing class is something that has been happening the past 2 years. Hopefully, Miltos will be invited for a third year. Third time's the charm, And hopefully this year, depending on when Game of Thrones Season 8 ends, we'll get some of the big name actors. Maybe we'll get a Peter Dinklage or something like that, or a Liam Cunningham or Rory McCann and Maisie Williams. These non-disclosure agreements make it very, very difficult for people to attend these things because of the kind of questions that they can ask and stuff like that. If they're going to big Comic-Cons, they can kind of spoil some of the things behind closed doors. But that is something that I'm hoping for. But all in all, I really, really, if you do got the extra cash, or you do want to save up, I highly recommend going to Con of Thrones. It changed my life for the better. That was the first ever convention I went to, and now I've been to several conventions since. Convention culture just in general is really awesome. People that cosplay and get together in parties, and you go to dinner with people and all sorts of stuff like that. Cheers, Gemma. And yeah, just in general, like con culture, convention culture is really fun because, I don't actually ever think I've seen a fight. I've never seen a fight at a convention yet. I've been to like 6 or 7 now. Like, that's a pretty crazy thing to say, right? Like, I don't think I've ever seen a fight. So that's an awesome thing. People are trying to enjoy themselves and have a good time. Now, what we'll do is, since this is one of the topics we're going to talk about today, is there any questions from the chat about Con of Thrones that you'd like to ask me or Gemma in the chat? Let me know. We'll answer them right now, and then we'll get into some Season 8 articles. And we'll do that. I'm probably not going to be going super, super long today, guys. Like I said, I can breathe out of my right lung, but my left one is still kind of congested right now. So, but I am definitely feeling a lot better. So, any questions about Con of Thrones? Anyone from the chat? Mackenzie Burns. Well, we have a Kyle Lisi at Con of Thrones. I can neither confirm nor deny if that is going to happen. I don't know. I mean, there's certain things that would make me want to dress up like Kyle Lisi. You know what I mean? If you guys want to encourage me to dress up like Kyle Lisi, that can definitely be a thing. Dude, do you all want to see me dress up as Kyle Lisi? Well, okay, I'll tell you what. I haven't confirmed if I'm going to dress up as Kyle Lisi yet. I still need some convincing about that. I need all of you to get really hype, and we're probably going to have to. I don't know. It's going to take some convincing. But I'm thinking about doing a Tormund cosplay, but not a conventional Tormund cosplay. So I'm going to leave that out there. It wouldn't be the actual Tormund costume, but it would be a Tormund cosplay. I sort of did one half-assed before, but I would really go all out for this one. Oh, damn. JR says, let's start a donation train for Kyle Lisi at the con. That could be something that could convince me to dress up in a dress and lipstick and a blonde wig. I mean, that is definitely something that would help. I could do a couple of different cosplays maybe. But it sounds like you all really, really want me to get half naked for this. So this walk in there. I'm too sexy for my shirt. And just walk in and somebody can have like a boombox behind me playing some sort of music, and I'm walking around like with like a Daenerys swagger. I can neither confirm nor deny, Steve, whether I'm dressing up as Kyle Lacey for Halloween. And I can neither confirm nor deny whether I will be dressing up as Kyle Lacey for Con of Thrones 2019. I am growing the beard back, by the way, everyone. So that will be happening. And if I am Kyle Lacey, I will definitely have a beard if I'm doing Kyle Lacey. The bearded Kyle Lacey. The great bearded Kyle Lacey. I will not shave my facial hair for Kyle Lacey. Hell no. I'm not shaving that beard again. And by the way, that wasn't my request. I said shape the beard, not shave the beard. So let's just be clear about that. Mikhail Drago. By the way, we do have an announcement. Me and Secrets of the Citadel will be doing our Halloween stream in 10 days with me, Gemma, Lucifer means Lightbringer, History of Westeros, Aziz and Ashea, Con Snow, and San Rixian. So get excited for that. We're all going to dress up. We are all going to dress up. And yeah, it's going to be really fun. Me, Aziz and Ashea from History of Westeros, San Rixian, Lucifer means Lightbringer, Gemma. And it's going to be really, really fun. Kyle cosplay Tywin? Nah. Maybe I can do when I was at Anime Weekend in Atlanta, I might steal this idea, but Hoberin. I could dress as Daenerys and like really flaunt it out and like wear like booty shorts and stuff like that. That would really scare everyone, wouldn't it? Go as Daenerys. I thought a pretty cool costume would be Thormund. He maybe Thormund with a hammer, kind of like Thor from Marvel. That was kind of the idea that I was thinking about, because I really love Marvel. I thought that I could maybe be like Thor and Tormund, but I would have to get pretty jacked for that. And I don't start with my personal trainer back home in like 3 weeks. So I'm really gonna have to get on that. But yeah, I'm thinking of some ideas, but I'm definitely going to be cosplaying on Gemma's Halloween stream, and I'll definitely be cosplaying at Con of Thrones for sure. That's definitely going to happen, confirmed. So how about this? Let's go take a couple recent articles from Watchers on the Wall. One specifically with Michael Huseman. Actually, no wait, we had a question first in the chat. It was from Catherine Bassett, and she was the first one to ask a question today. And she says, are we going to get a cold open in Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 1? And the answer to that is, yeah, I do believe we're going to get a cold open. Now, the question is, what is the cold open going to be? Could it be the White Walkers? Could it be Winterfell? I actually think that it's going to be Jon and Daenerys. Because ice and fire, usually it's like ice or fire. It opens up with one or the other, and it ends with one or the other. It ended with ice last season with the White Walkers making their encroachment on Westeros. But I think that it's going to be a cold open. I think it's going to be with Daenerys and Jon Snow. And I don't think – definitely not going to be Dany giving birth. But I think it's going to be Dany and Jon Snow. And It's going to be it's going to be something really interesting. I think. I don't know. But yeah, no, no cold open with the White Walkers. I don't think that that's going to happen. It could be something. It's going to be ice or fire or both. It's going to be something that's really interesting. One thing that I could see is if it is going to be a cold open with the White Walkers, Catherine, is Dolorous Ed like people are suggesting in the chat. Fight in the Night's Watch and Castle Black getting obliterated by the Night King. Some people are saying, "Oh, why would the Night King make a stop there?" Well, he's got some grudges. So I think that. Yeah, it's probably going to be Jon and Daenerys, but I could see maybe a vision with Bran. It would be very interesting if we got the backstory of the Night King to start off, or we got Castle Black being sacked and destroyed. Bran sees White Hodor in a vision. That would be really interesting. I like that one. I like that idea too, Robert. I like that idea too. We got Karen Richmond, who's in the chat. She says Dany and Jon arriving in Winterfell on the back of Drogon. That'd be really interesting. That's a great suggestion, actually, Catherine. And let's show some hype and love for all of the patrons of the channel, everyone. Karen's been supporting the channel for like a super long time now. We still got. I think we lost a few patrons last month, but yeah, I think we have 103 still. I wanted to thank everyone who's been supporting the channel. I know I was like basically didn't have content for 5 days. You guys make all of this possible. I wouldn't have been able to go to these conventions and go to Con of Thrones and get new equipment to improve the channel and all sorts of stuff. So I just want to thank all my patrons at the channel. Thank you so much, especially to people like Karen and other amazing people in the chat. There's too many to name. Helen's another one, but yeah, thank you so much. Hype and love to all the patrons of the channel. Really, really appreciate your support. And if you do want to support the channel and you want to keep things going, you can check it out in the description of the video. Super easy to find. Thanks again. All right. Let's chat about this article, Michael Huseman. This one might contain a little spoilers. I don't know. I haven't read it yet, so I'm going to check it out. And if anybody doesn't want to, Michael Huseman, who played Dario, they don't want to hear this article, click off now. But I don't think there's going to be any intense spoilers or anything like that. It might just like preview the return of Dario maybe or something like that. But let's go check this out. Michael Huseman weighs in on Game of Thrones finale and teases Dario's return. So many of us assumed, and this article is written by Petra, who is also at Con of Thrones. She's a very, very nice person, super, super fun to be around, and she does amazing content as well. If you haven't went and checked out her channel, I forget the name of it, but she did leitmotifs. She analyzed leitmotifs that Ramin Djawadi uses within A Song of Ice and Fire. Go, JR, if you can find that one, or Chrissy, let me know. Petra's channel, we'll link that in the description. Many of us assumed that we'd seen the last of Dario Naharis at the end of Season 6. Then some of us speculated that he might sail back on the screen with the Golden Company in Game of Thrones Season 8, and he spoke about that. So in an interview with Digital Spy, Huseman says, "I can't wait to see the finale. I don't know what to say. I shouldn't spoil anything, so I'm not going to tell you." So this reluctance could indicate that The Winds of Winter wasn't truly at the end of Dario's involvement in Game of Thrones. It allows HBO, it keeps actors on a very tight leash. And he says, "I learned a lot to create so many opportunities that otherwise might have taken longer, like being part of Netflix original series, The Haunting of House Hill." So what do we think about Dario, Michael Huseman, being part of Game of Thrones Season 8 and possibly being in the show, whether it's with the Golden Company or in some sort of other factor? Do we think he's going to be reintegrated back into the show? Will they reintroduce him? So let's take some votes in the chat, first of all. Helen's starting the donation train. Oh, damn. Is the donation train starting again? We haven't had a donation train for a while, actually. Make pimpin' great again. She says she wants to see the Tormund pimp in the north. Pimp in the north. She wants to see the wildling pimp Tormund cosplay. Sorry. Woo! That was crazy. Oh. All right. No Dario, says Rick. Oh, yeah, says Chris. I would love it, says Mel. Don't waste my time, says fake Arya. Jean-Luc Picard says Dario joins Jorah in the friend zone. Damn, that's savage. I don't believe that at all, Nicola. He's not a Blackfire. Bring back everyone and then kill them, Jordy Deadeye says. Mr. Skillen, another supporter on Patreon, thank you. Has Michael Huseman been spotted or something? Yeah, I mean, he's interviewed recently. Oh, damn. Helen says she hopes he died off screen like the Blackfish. That is savage. Indeed Geek says there's always a chance. Dario was fun, but I'm bored with him now, says Karen. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same. I mean, kind of in the same spot. Nicholas says I would love to see him back. At least Dario got to be friend zone with benefits. Hey, man, yeah. I mean, he definitely got to get with Daenerys, and that's Dragon Queen. Michael Smith says fake news using the fake news emoji. Secrets of the Citadel, Gemma says meh. Yeah, Sarah says, I'm still bummed he didn't look like Book Dario. Riding the dragon. Hashtag riding the dragon. Jean-Luc Picard says, yeah. I won't be heartbroken if he doesn't show up. So the sentiment is pretty much there. He hasn't made as big of an impact as he has in the books. I don't necessarily know if he's like a super fan favorite character anyways, but I know some people are super hardcore about the way he looks, obviously, in the books and is described. Melissa says, what would his return add? Yeah, not much. If he came in, it'd add a bit more drama, kind of battle related. We got a question in chat from Urtach. It says, do you think that Daenerys' pregnancy will last much shorter in a miraculous way like Mel's? I mean, I think there's going to be a little bit of a time jump, Urtach. I think there will be time jumps. So I don't think there'll be like big, huge ones, but I think there'll be like 6 month time jump for sure. Candace Burns says, so glad you're back. I live for your live Q&As and Indie Geek, some of my favorite YouTube vids. I've been dying without bids. Glad you're doing better. Yeah, I'm feeling mostly better. There was a kitten in here earlier, and I didn't touch it, but I wanted to. Mr. Skillen, I kind of wish Dario would go up and behead Harry Strickland and the Golden Company leaders and turn go back yeah, so like kind of the second coming of that, John. That would be sweet. I'd rather see Mira again over Dario. I 100% agree with that. I think most of us would. Contract issues, Shadow Fox. Contract issues. Yeah. They couldn't negotiate, I think. Or Ed Skrein was the previous Dario. Yeah. I know a lot of people really enjoyed him. I'm just really indifferent over the character of Dario in general. I don't think, I don't really care what he does. I mean, I don't think he's going to make some sort of like super large impact on the end of the story. What if Dario returned and killed the leaders of the Golden Company and sabotage? Yeah, that's like sabotage Cersei. That seems to be the top sentiment, trying to get his back in Daenerys' good book. I don't necessarily know if he was ever in her bad book, but I mean, you know, she has to consider things that are more important politically, and he's, you know, just, what does she stand to gain by marrying Dario, right? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, good luck with your upload. In Deep Geek has a live stream tomorrow. I don't think I'll be able to join you, Robert, but I'll give you an update later if I am able to join you tomorrow night. Thanks for the invite. Mr. Skellen says, got some good puns going down in chat. If Dario, so John Lee Picard says, Dario he's more likely to betrayal for love. He might do something bad like siding with Cersei. That would be really interesting. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the betrayal for love would be something much more intense. You know, like a lot of people think it's Tyrion. I don't know. Jorah would never do it. So, I mean, who knows? I mean, there's different interpretations of each part of the prophecy, and prophecy can be fickle. So let's just not say that, hey, you know, Dario is that part of the prophecy. Hey, Lady Age of the North, glad to see you again. Thanks. Really appreciate that. It's allergies, Gemma. It's actually not a cold. They have a kitten that they have kittens, and they keep them in a separate part of the house. And I just like kitten dander is like way worse. Now, Katrin has an excellent point. I want to see some Jake and Agar. What about him? Are we going to see Tom Malishka in the next season of Game of Thrones? I think we're definitely 100% going to see Tom Malishka. Arya reintegrating with the Faceless Men, or the Faceless Men somehow fighting against the White Walkers. We've got to remember that the Faceless Men give the gift, and that is the gift of death. And the Night King essentially lives in this purgatory-like state, which is not death, kind of right in between being living and dead. So I think that the Night King is a mockery of death because he raises the dead, right? So I think that they would be opposed to the White Walkers winning the War for Dawn, honestly. More sexy Jesus, says Karen. I want to see Jacob, says Rick. All men must die. Arya will get a name. Jon Snow, she will never do that. Drogon is the Mount to Dread. Hell yeah. For love will be Varys. Very interesting because of what she did to the Tarleys. That could be something. Certainly is an option for sure. Where there is magic and dragons, there will be Faceless Men. That is a very good point, Nicola, actually. The Faceless Men in the books are opposed to all of that. So Sam the Slayer. Varys is a good candidate like Jon Snow. Mel has to be burnt on a stake. So Secrets of the Citadel had a question. We'll address it here. How do you think Melisandre is going to die? She predicted she would. Yeah. I think she's going to die in Westeros in the battle for the... I think she's going to sacrifice herself, honestly. I think she's going to try to probably bring about Azor Ahai somehow. You know, she's been really focused on the prophecy and all of that. So it's going to be something to do with that, Gemma. And I think it definitely involves Jon and Daenerys. Whatever she's going to do, she's going to try to redeem herself in some sort of way. I think that she's got a really big role to play. I think that people really underestimate Melisandre as a character, and I think that she's going to do something really major. That's my prediction. I'm going to leave that open-ended, but yeah. Hey George, I'm going to ignore what you said though. There, nice to see you though. Davos killing Melisandre certainly is a possibility. That could be a thing. You know, if she does return to Westeros, I mean, Davos certainly won't be happy about it. So we're going to go check out another article, everyone. I don't have a ton of energy. Like I said, I'm still recovering from that, whatever I have, the flu. I still got a little bit of it left. But there's one more article that I want to read out, and it's got quite a few different things in it. So let's get to that. I'm sorry it's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream today, everyone. But let's go check out this other article here. All right, and this one's written by Luca. I love his articles. All right, Game of Thrones to end beautifully for Tyrion Lannister claims Peter Dinklage and Sansa to face new threats in Game of Thrones season 8. This one's written by Luca. Let's go show him some love. He does amazing articles and Watchers on the Wall. A few days ago, at the premiere of HBO new movie My Dinner with Hervé, Peter Dinklage was asked, believe it or not, the final season. I think it's going to be the best season of television anyone has ever seen. I think it takes you to a place you never saw coming that I didn't see coming. Just be prepared. It's a fun ride. Okay, wow. That's really interesting. Speaking of, showrunners Dan Weiss and David Benioff saying there are no better writers in television. That's what Peter Dinklage said. They ended it brilliantly, better than I could have imagined, and you people are in for it. Regarding Tyrion and specifically, Dinklage had his lips sealed almost literally, but he does give away. It ends beautifully for my character, whether it's tragic or not. Ooh, it's a rather ominous. That's pretty interesting. So Tyrion could possibly meet a tragic end. Sophie Turner, meanwhile, was in New York's Comic-Con for X-Men Dark Phoenix for her upcoming film. And she says, I still don't accept that it's done, Game of Thrones Season 8. It's basically been the majority of my life and it's still taking some time to process. She says, secrecy is crazy. We have a whole different name for it when we're shooting it. The season was like the Tree of Life or something. It's not just the show. Either reportedly the actors' names are changed on the script and call sheets too. The craziest measure of all, this is the most interesting part of the article that I read, everyone. Maybe the drone killer, however. I don't know how it does it. It creates like this field around it, and the drone just drops. So they basically used a drone killer for Game of Thrones Season 8. So all those plot leaks that are out there are absolute crap, everyone. Stop believing them, okay? They did all these different scripts. They switched everything around, and they had drone killers. Okay, that's absolute insanity. What does everybody think about that? And really interesting that they called it the Tree of Life. Yeah, the fact that weirwoods very much resembled Yggdrasil, the tree, which is considered to be a tree of life. And they recorded multiple endings, and even the cast aren't sure which one they will use. That's amazing. A drone killer, so some sort of anti-drone device. So like it's a drone that goes out and kills other drones, I guess. That's basically what it says, Richard. We'll screen cap the rest here. Let's read the rest 1 second. And also, we shoot fake scenes. We got in a costume in Croatia because we know paparazzi were looking around there. So we spent like half a day doing nothing. Very interesting. But yeah, she basically said Sansa has been somewhat lost as a matter of where she wants to be, who she wants to be, and who she wants to surround herself with. And this season, she is very self-assured. She knows what she wants, and she knows what she stands for. She knows what she wants to be around, and she faces threats to that this season. So I think that, you know, I went on a little bit of rant about Sansa before and how everyone doesn't understand her character. Everybody seems to think that she's going to betray Jon Snow again, which is absolute horseshit. I'm really excited for Sansa next season. I think that she's absolutely going to slay. And, yeah, I think she's going to become a new, better version of Cersei that isn't a piece of shit, basically. So yeah, it's absolutely nuts. The fact that they got drone killers for Game of Thrones Season 8, the fact that they filmed multiple endings, there's fake scenes that they filmed, all the scripts that they got where they got fake names and all sorts of stuff. They filmed multiple endings. They really, really went all out for Game of Thrones Season 8. And of course, the wait has been excruciating. Yes, we all want Game of Thrones. But this is really, really friggin' good news, people. Let's be like HBO is going next level to deliver the end of a Game of Thrones like we never could have imagined. And I for one, really believe that what they're saying is it's really going to deliver. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. We have Alicia Kingston in chat. What's going on? Nice to see you. Travis Michael, hey Kyle. Thanks for the $5 donation, by the way. Travis, glad you are feeling good enough to do a stream. Are we getting the fiery hand? If so, will it be epic or will they screw things up? Yeah, no, we're definitely going to get them. I think Melisandre is going to bring them back from Volantis on some sort of boats. Maybe Theon Greyjoy goes over there and tries to catch Euron and misses Euron, and then he meets up with Melisandre, and then he somehow brings the fiery hand back and a bunch of red priests. I think that the red priests will definitely be hugely involved in Game of Thrones season 8. But I'm going to cut the stream a little bit short, everyone. I am super congested. I really, really apologize. But I definitely want to check in with everyone. It's been 5 days since I uploaded a video. I'm trying to get rid of the rest of this cold. Like I said, I'm feeling about 70% better. I'm feeling about 70%. I still got some lingering issues with it. But I want to thank everyone that has been still supporting the channel through Patreon, that, everyone that made donations today, everyone that's sending me kind messages, checking up on me, see if I was okay. I felt like really shitty for a while. But like I said, I really appreciate everyone coming out today. Like I said, it's a little bit of a shorter stream, but I thought we would talk about some fun news today. And tomorrow we're going to have a video. I think I'm pretty good to record. I'm hoping that I won't have any of these congestion issues tomorrow. But yeah, we've got a new videos coming out. Like I said, regular schedule coming back. But like I said, I'm sorry everyone that I was gone for 5 days there. But I'm back and I'm feeling much better. Thanks again for all, like I said, all the generosity. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And I will see you all in the next video, of course. If you do want to support the channel, you can check out the links in the description of this video. You can join on Patreon. There's a giveaway for a signed copy of Game of Thrones by George R. R. Martin in the description. All my social media is there. You can go subscribe to Blaze Manga. All their links are in the description of this video. Thanks again, everyone.